Thanks so much for joining us today. Our hope and prayer is that God will use this message powerfully in your life and that it'll bring you closer to Him. If you'd like more information about our church, or if you would like to hear more messages, you can visit vivechurch.com or download our app. Now get ready to receive a word from the Lord.
Welcome. How you guys doing? Good morning. Apparently you didn't listen to my song. You gotta get a cup of coffee. Welcome to Vive Church. I'm so happy to be with you guys again. Pastor Randy was a little bit under the weather. It's not COVID-19, so don't worry about it. And he asked me on Friday night to take care of the message today. So here we are. Last week, Randy started our home improvement message series, and this is why we have all this on the stage. It almost feels like I should say, welcome to a new episode of Home Improvement, right? But he was talking to us about the importance of building a strong foundation and how everything starts with that, with a strong foundation. And we learned that the only way we can have a strong foundation in our lives is to follow Jesus Christ. That's the secret. We need to follow Jesus Christ in order to build a strong life. And this means that to build a life based on that is strong and is going to withstand everything that comes in our way, we need to have a strong relationship with God. We need to walk closely to Jesus, right? And so Pastor Randy reminded us of the importance of building a strong foundation. Our life has to be built on the rock that is Jesus. And just like a building or a home needs a strong foundation, we also need to have the right materials. We need to go deep and we need to go wide on our relationship with God in order to withstand everything that comes our way. All the struggles of life, all the things that happen around us that we have no control over, we need to have a strong foundation. We need to follow Jesus, right? So as I was listening to Randy last week, I couldn't help thinking of the way Jesus explained this in Matthew 7. And he said basically to his disciples, listen guys, it's not that complicated. You build your life with me or without me. There's only two ways and two outcomes. And you see in Matthew 7, verse 24, that he says, everyone who hears these words of mine and obeys them is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain fell, the flood came, and the winds beat against the house, but it did not collapse because its foundation had been laid on the rock. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not obey them, it's like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. The rain fell, the flood came, and the winds beat against that house, and it collapsed, and it was utterly destroyed. I don't know if you remembered your Sunday morning Bible lessons when you were a kid, but there was a song about that, right? And the house came tumbling down, right? And that's what happens when we don't have a strong foundation. Jesus knew that what he was saying in that verse. He knew that the people that he was talking to could totally understand this. He knew that it was something that they were familiar with because it was written in the Old Testament and that's all they had in that time. This was a direct reference to the Old Testament. Moses referred to God as the rock of his salvation. Isaiah said that God, it was his everlasting rock. Samuel wrote, there is rock. There's no other rock than our God. And David used this concept in many of his songs to write, my redeeming rock. My rock, the rock, God. More than 50 times in the Old Testament, there's reference to God as the rock. So Jesus is saying, I am the rock. I am the rock. I am God. Walking among you, build your life upon me, and you will withstand everything. You will not fall. You won't be shaken. So last night when I was finishing this sermon, I said, wow, God, this is it. What an amazing thing. What else can I say? You are the foundation. You are the rock. Everything should be taken care of if our foundation is based on the rock, on Jesus Christ. And I heard God clearly saying, oh, come on, just a minute. Wait a minute right here. That's not it. What do you mean that's it? There's no builder in the world that will stop after pouring a good and strong foundation. That wouldn't make sense. That's just the beginning. Now you have to build on top of that, and you can still mess it up. You can have a strong foundation and still have a bad framework. That's why when people come to me, God said, they need a complete home inspection. And I hear God telling me, there are people, there are lives that have come to know me, people that had a good foundation. They know the way, they come to church, they give, they serve, but their house, their lives looks like a shack. They need a home inspection. Some of them need complete rebuilding. And they need to do the necessary changes in their lives. Some areas may need a quick cosmetic repair, and some other areas may need a complete demolition and rebuild. People, when I heard God saying this to me last night, I was like, God, you're blowing my mind. This is so true. This was so true to me too. I was born in a Christian home. My parents raised me as a Christian. And I think that my parents did a great job and helped me lay a strong foundation in God. But there was a time when my life was a mess. It's like I hired the best professional foundation workers to lay down that strong foundation, the best crew ever. But as soon as it came time to start building the frame, I fired them and I decided to do it on my own. Watching YouTube videos with no tools, no levels, no nails. All mismatching materials, whatever I could gather around. And it was bad. It looked like one of those, I don't know what I'm doing, survivor shows, and building their shelter. Seriously, my life was a mess at one point. And I had a strong foundation. So the question is, what's on top of your foundation? Who's building your life? Have you allowed God to help you build your life, or you fired him after the foundation was poured? You said, that what? I think I have it. I get it from here. I can take it from here, God. You're fired. I know what I have to do. Don't worry about it. I'll do it on my own. Or maybe your life was like a very nice home. It was already built. God gave you the opportunity to restart everything because he makes all things new. Maybe you came to the Lord and he did everything again. He rebuilt your life. Foundation all the way to the roof. He rebuilt your life completely. But you never gave maintenance to your home, to your life. You never got that proper maintenance to keep it nice and clean. And everything started to deteriorate. And now your life is not even the shadow of what it used to be. You don't smile like you used to. You don't pray like you used to. Maybe you don't worship as you used to. Maybe it's hard for you to believe that there's a way out. Because you've been walking so far from God. So far. That the voice of the enemy seems to be stronger than that whisper of God that tells you that everything's going to be all right. And guys, I don't know if it was the 20 plus hours a week that I've been spending every night studying for my real estate license, but God started speaking to me like that, and I was like, I know what you mean. This is right up my alley, God. Because you see, I've been studying for my test because I need to get my South Carolina real estate license at the end of this month. And there's a couple hundred pages, literally. There's 2 big books that I have to study, and there's a couple hundred pages that only speak about the importance of getting your house ready for the market if you're selling, and the importance of getting an inspection if you're buying. And my real estate mentor always tells me, if you are helping your clients sell, make sure they have their house ready, that they clean it, that they fix it. And if you're helping your client buy, then make sure that they get their inspections done. And a few months ago, when I bought my house with Sarah here in South Carolina, that's what happened. Our realtor was like very adamant about us getting all the inspections done. And I was like, but the house looks so nice. It looks fine. I don't think I want to spend that much money. I think I can deal with it. And I was like, I'll do it just to be safe, but I don't think we need it. And when the report came back, oh my gosh. Have you ever gotten a report from an inspector? 45 plus pages of everything that needed to be fixed, everything that needed attention in that house. He checked everything. He checked foundation, crawl space, plumbing, electricity, HVAC, humidity levels, crawl space, attic, structure, framing, roof, windows, doors, floors, baseboards, ceilings, paint, toilets, faucets, showers, appliances, everything. I mean, they check all of it. They go through the house and they don't respect any corner of your house. If they could, they will open your underwear drawer, right? And you know that's what God does. He's wanting to check every corner of our home, of our lives. He says, if you want to let me in, you got to give me full access. You can't withhold anything from me. I already know anyway. Amen. And he comes back with a full report and says, okay, I checked your life. And this was never taken care of and is affecting you now. This part of your life that you hidden in the closet was never taken care of. And if you don't deal with it, it's going to ruin your home forever, your life forever. This needs to be addressed. This needs to be fixed. This needs forgiveness. This area needs healing. These habits, these people, this fear, this guilt, this sin, all this needs to go. They need to be replaced. You even have some stuff that was good at one point in your life, but you keep holding on to that, and I can't give you new blessings because you keep holding on to those things. It's time to let go and make space for the new. And guys, the problem is that just like there is people that refuse to see reality and admit that their homes need maintenance, a lot of people just can't see the mess there is in their lives. And they hold on to the junk. They hold on to the things that are not helping them move forward. Guys, their foundation is strong. Maybe the house is beautiful, but we still insist on holding on to the junk and fill up every corner with stuff that we don't need anymore. So much that we can't even see the beauty in the house anymore. And eventually all of this clutter consumes you and destroys you. You see, God is our strong foundation. He made each one of us special, beautiful, a new creation. But you decide what you want to fill your life with. You decide what is inside of your life, what's important, what you spend the most time thinking about, fighting for. So here's an easy way to understand it. I want you to watch this video and tell me if you have watched this show before.
Got a strong stomach?
I got a strong stomach.
Close that off. is gone.
Holy crap.
I have 3 houses full of stuff.
Whoa!
Oh my God, Mom.
You are boarded out of your house, which means there is no place to sleep.
There was no kitchen, no living room, no bathroom, no bedrooms, just garbage.
This is a level 10 board.
I don't use a stove. I cook in my frying pan in my bathroom. Don't.
Dirt? What, maybe mud? No, that's human waste.
Damn, I didn't know it was this bad.
Why would we want to keep a moldy Spice Girl?
Because it's what I do. Told you this is what was gonna happen. She's gonna try to keep everything.
The city ain't gonna play around. He's gonna lose everything.
And we may not be able to save them from themselves.
Hell, there ain't nothing the matter with me.
My God!
This is hoarding behavior, and we need to make it stop.
Nope. That's it. That's it. I've had it.
This is the unravel.
Stop recording.
Do you want to get in a fist fight?
Do you think it's safe to even be in here?
That whole beam would come crashing down.
The building could fall on you.
It's a death trap.
Becky gone missing.
Becky? What up, honey? I can't breathe.
Dear sweet Jesus, I need this to stop.
Wow. When we first came to the States, my kids asked me why all the cars were outside of the garages. Because in Costa Rica, you keep your car in the garage. And I was like, well, all you got to do is open some of those and you'll see why the car doesn't fit inside, right? And now I know these are extreme cases, but if we're honest, we all have a drawer or a little closet or a little corner in the house where we keep all the old receipts, the watches that no longer work, the broken frames, the expired cards, the coupons that we never used, the broken glasses, the incomplete puzzle pieces, the clothes that don't fit anymore. Literally, it's a garbage closet, right? And I think we all have a place like that in the house. A little corner, a little closet. And some of us go pro and we even have storage rooms or an entire garage or a warehouse to put all the things that we refuse to throw away. And what caught my attention about this show is that everybody seems to know that they need help. When it comes to the time of throwing away things, they just can't. They keep running back and forward and bringing things back to the house because they just can't let go. And it seems like everything that needs to go somewhere but doesn't have a place goes back into the closet. And this happens to us sometimes. We take everything out of the closet and we look at everything and we think, I am such an idiot. Why I was holding on to this part of my life? I'm such an idiot. Why I still have this in my heart, in my mind? But when it's time to heal, when it's time to let go, we put it back in. Because we became so used to live like this that we just can't let go. We just can't let go. We don't even know how our lives will look like if we take that out. We put it out in the open and we decide to forgive, to confess, to change. And you know, if you want to be free, God can help you clean up. He's willing. God wants to make all things new in your life. But before He can do that, He needs to make room in your life for the blessings and the new things. He needs to sort through all of your dirty clothes, all of your mess, all of your chaos. And this could be a painful process. We will probably uncover some things that we didn't even remember about. But you have to realize that some stuff that you refuse to let go really, really needs to go. And we need to say, God, I need a home inspection. I need you to reveal what needs to be done in my life. We need to give him full access to our lives and let him make an inventory and let him show us the things that are worth keeping and the other things that need to go, that need to be thrown away, that need to be revealed. And this is not something we can do alone, guys. We are just not capable to do this on our own. Just like the people in the show, sometimes we live so long in the chaos that we just can't accept that most of the stuff we have accumulated in our lives over the years is garbage, it's lies, it's pain, it's fears, it's distorted identities. Because the world is cruel. And he keeps pushing us down. And many times we become so blinded and we don't realize that we need God. We need God to take the blindfold off of our eyes so we can see what he has in store for us. So we can see that we really need help. And this is where we say, I need a home inspection. I need God to reveal what needs to be done in my life. And we fall on our knees. And we pray like David did. Search me, God. Search me, God. What a powerful, short prayer. Could you bow your heads right now and just say, search me, God? Whew. And think about the meaning of this prayer. Wow. Search me. Look at me under the scope and just find everything that needs to be changed. Whew. That is a crazy prayer, guys. In Psalms 139:23, David ends a beautiful song and very powerful prayer saying exactly this: search me, God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there's any offensive way in me and lead me in the right path. So asking, search me, God, was something that David did often. It wasn't new to David. If you read the entire chapter 139, and I invite you to read the whole chapter in your house because it's amazing. Psalms 139 is amazing. And the first verse, remember, we just read the end of the song, the end of the prayer. Search me, O God. But the first verse says, you have searched me. You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. So God, there's nothing to hide. I am not ashamed because I am certain that you have seen it all. There's nothing I need to hide. You have searched me before and you can search me now. I know that you will take care of it. Nothing will catch you by surprise. So here I am, just as I am. I need another home inspection, Lord. Tell me what else needs to be done. And this was something that David did constantly to keep himself in check. And if we read the entire chapter 139, we see that the first 18 verses, David is acknowledging how much God knows him. And makes it clear that God knows every bit of him intimately. This wasn't something new for David. So this is the bottom line today. Praying, search me, God, It's an invitation for him to perform a revealing home inspection of our lives and the first step for a home improvement. This is the first step that we need to take for a home improvement. We need to know what's wrong, what needs to be fixed. And this is something that we can do confident that God is going to help us fulfill. There's nothing we can hide, nothing to be ashamed of. So write this down. Number one, God knows everything about you. You have to be certain of this. God already knows everything about you. Even if you insist on keeping your door closed, he knows everything about you. David writes, "You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my laying down. You're familiar with all of my ways. Before a word is in my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely." So isn't this wonderful, guys? David is saying, God knows everything I do. Everything I do. He knows everything I think. He knows everywhere I go. And he knows everything I say. So he knows that God knows everything about him. The good, the bad, the ugly, like Sarah was saying earlier. He knew everything. God knows everything about us. And still, he loves us. That's amazing. He still loves us, despite of our mess. And some of our lives look worse than those videos. So he knows everything about you. Number two, there is no place where you can hide from God. There is no place to hide from God. In verse 7, he says, "Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths of the sea, you're there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn and I settle on the far side of the ocean, you're there. Even there your hand will guide me and your right hand will hold me." So God knows everything about you, and there's no place we can hide. There's nothing we can hide from him. And number three, God created you. God created you. He built you from scratch. So he knows best what needs to be done. He knows how exactly he wanted you to look like. He knows your perfect design, and he wants to take you back to that. He wants to fix everything that needs to be fixed. So in verse 13, David writes, "For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, and I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be." Oh, this is wonderful. So if he knows everything about us, if there's nothing and nowhere we can hide from him, if he's our creator, we should not be afraid to pray like that. "Search me, oh God." But what does this prayer mean for you and me today? "Search me, oh God" means that I can come to him with all of my chaos, with everything I am. We can come as we are. And that's amazing. If you think about it, it will be very stupid if I say, "I'm going to go to the doctor when I feel better," right? It's just I'm embarrassed to go with this runny nose. I refuse to go to the mechanic until the car runs fine. I'm not going to the financial advisor until I get out of debt. I will not go to counsel with my pastor until I can get along with my wife and my kids and with everybody around me. I'm not going to church until I have everything figured out, until I have a perfect life. That would be just stupid. It won't make sense, right? Because all it takes is faith. God doesn't say, get your act together, fix everything in your life, and then we'll talk. No, he says, just come as you are. Come as you are. He knows that many times, like the people in the video, we don't even realize how much chaos there is. And we need help. So he says, come down. Don't worry. Just come with me. Everything's going to be okay. And if you read Matthew 11:28, he says, come to me all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. And in Peter 5:7, he says, cast all your anxiety to him, on him, because he cares for you. That is so amazing. So search me, God, means that we come to him just as we are, but also means that we ask God to reveal the chaos to us. Right? So again, it will be very stupid if I go to the doctor being sick and tell him, okay, I'm coming to have some tests done, but don't give me the results. You don't go to the mechanic and say, hey, I need you to just check my car because something's wrong with it, but don't tell me what is wrong and don't fix it. You don't go to the financial advisor and says, I need to get a financial analysis of my money, my finances, everything, all of my assets, but don't tell me when I'm standing. You don't go to counseling with the pastor and tell him, listen, but don't tell me a thing. Just listen to my problems, but don't tell me what needs to be changed. You don't go to church and say, Lord, it feels so good to be in your presence. I enjoy so much the music, the warm, fuzzy feeling that makes me feel to be in your presence. But if the message, the sermon is too harsh, I'm going out. I'm going to the lobby. I'm going to the parking lot. I'm stepping out. So be nice. Play nice. No. You don't do any of that. It wouldn't make sense. Search me, God, means, Lord, I fully expose myself to you. I give you the keys of my home. Go and search every corner and tell me what needs to be changed. I bear my soul to you, nothing to hide. I need you. I give you full access. And when we say, okay, I'm ready for the inspection, reveal to me the chaos that is in me, he's going to do just that. He's going to do that. You will start discovering the things that need to be changed and the things that need to be cleaned out, the things that need to be moved, the walls that need to be knocked down to build something new and better, improved. He's going to show you. He may use some friends. He may use some Bible verses that you run across. He may use some sermons. He may use a song. He may use somebody. He may speak to you clearly, loud and clearly, but he will show you the things that need to be changed. His Holy Spirit is going to start whispering to you, hey, this doesn't go here. Hey, but no, you agree with me. You want me to show you. So there's a third step. Because now he's revealing to you, right? He's revealing to you the chaos. So search me, God, also means that now we need to allow God to bring order in that chaos. So by asking God to search me, I am inviting him to come into my life and make changes. I'm opening my heart, my life, and saying, come on, God. Point out anything in me that offends you. And I will listen to you. I will change it. Point out all those things that are just hurting me so badly, and I don't even realize because I need change. I can't live like this anymore. And we go back to the same thing. We don't go to the doctor, to the mechanic, the pastor, the financial advisor, the church, only so they can give us a diagnosis. Can you imagine if their job was only to diagnose what's wrong with us, but they don't give us a solution? We expect treatment from our doctor. We expect the cure for our disease. We expect the car to run again. We want the financial step-by-step solution to get out of the crisis that we're in. When we realize the mess inside, we surrender, we humble, we recognize our need for help, and we expect to be forgiven, loved, accepted, transformed. If we want God to do a complete home improvement in our lives, after the home inspection, you have to understand that you can do it and He can help. Literally. You can do it. He can help you. He can help you get better. But it's going to take humility from your end. It's going to take repentance. It's going to take some pruning of areas that don't fit there anymore. And it's going to take perseverance because sometimes it's a long road. And the question is, are you ready for a home inspection? Are you ready to let go, reveal your needs, and say, God, fix me, fix me? Are you ready for God to knock down some walls, to start remodeling your life? Something is for sure, guys. God promises that if you let Him in, He will do a complete makeover in your house. Your life is never going to look the same. It's always going to be improved and better. 2 Corinthians 5:17, and I'll finish with this. If anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come. The old is gone. The mess is gone. The filthiness is gone. All that dirt, the past is gone. Our sins are forgiven. And the new is here. So think about this for a minute and be honest and true to yourself. Maybe you feel like there's just so much accumulation in your life. There's so much you've been carrying with. So much that needs to be done. Maybe so much that you feel overwhelmed and you think there is just no way out of this mess. It will take a miracle for me to go back to looking beautiful, like a brand new construction. Well, guys, God is the miracle worker. God is the miracle worker, and He's going to do a way where there's no way. He can change your life. All you have to do is say, God, here I am. Search me, oh God. Search me, oh God. And He will do this with so much love, so much compassion, so much mercy. He won't make you feel guilty. He won't make you feel like you don't deserve anything. He will make you feel loved. He will do it gently. He will be like, I love you just as you are, but there's so much that it can be done. Your life can be so much better. This is what I intended for you to be. And He will show you the way. So would you stand up and close your eyes for a minute? And before we sing this, just pray this again, right there where you are. Say, God, search me. God, search me. I'm handing over the keys of my life for you to come in whenever you want and just go in every corner and show me what needs to change. Show me all the things that can be better and improved, Lord. Give me the strength to let go of the things that I've been holding on to. Give me the strength to change. Give me the strength to repent if I need to. Give me the strength to forgive if I have to. And just show me the way back home, Lord. I know I need you. Can you say that, Lord? I know I need you every day of my life. So search me, God. Search me, God. Thank you, Lord.
Thanks again for joining us today. We're hoping that this message brought you to life. If you have any prayer requests or if you'd like to connect with our church family, you can email us at info@vivechurch.com, or you can fill out the contact card section in our app. We're looking forward to hearing about all the ways that God is moving in your life. And until next time, go bring somebody to life.